Alright, as you can see, we've got a beautiful sunrise here behind me. It's 6 AM in the Queensland outback. We're at Georgetown. We've just woken up and we're on track now to go out to Croydon, another couple of hours away, and we'll do a monitoring visit of the aquaponics system that we installed about a year ago. And we'll go and visit the Tagalaka Rangers out there, and we'll just check to make sure the system's going okay.
Food security is a global issue, and here in the far northern Gulf region it's really no different. Looking at the vegetation as we drive, you can see that it's a pretty harsh environment to grow veggies in. This Indigenous community-based project aims to provide a solution to help food preparedness for the entire community. It's an asset for the community.
Okay, so we've just made it to Croydon, and it was a great trip. It's about an hour and a half from Georgetown. And we're here now, as you can see behind me, at the greenhouse. So this greenhouse behind me belongs to the Tagalaka Rangers and the Tagalaka Aboriginal Corporation. And it's a hoop design. It's just made of poly pipe. And then what we've done is put that blue hat metal to reinforce it, and then shade cloth up and over it. And it's just cable tied on. And inside we've got an 8-bed aquaponic system. And inside this greenhouse we've designed it so we've got two completely separate aquaponic systems. So each one has a sump tank and 4 grow beds and a fish tank. So they are completely separate, but they are back-to-back fish tanks and grow beds.
And the reason we built it like that was to future-proof the design, just to ensure that if there was any issue, like if a fish got a disease or something like that, then it would only impact one section of the overall aquaponics design.
Alright, so what we've had to do, because of the heat out here in Queensland, quite frequently is 35 to 40 degree days. So what we've had to do is insulate all the sump tanks and also the fish tanks as well, and that way it protects the fish from those harsh conditions. Alright, I'm here with James and we're with the Tagalaka Rangers greenhouse, and it's all looking pretty good up here. What do you think about your aquaponics system, James?
Yeah, it's all running up and good, as you can see behind me.
So tell me about your yabbies.
Now the yabbies, yeah, to just get them out of the dam or out one of the bore pits out here. Just throw them in here for the... Actually, I'll give you a look at one of those if I can see him.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Oh, I can catch him.
Yeah, see if you can catch it.
Yeah, he's on other. Too quick for me.
Can't get him.
No. Got a pretty good eating, eh? The yabbies. Yeah, I got one big one in here now just for a little test run. And we'll see how you go through.
Awesome.
It's raining here.
This trip was a monitoring visit for education and check up on the system, make sure everything's working as it should. And as you can see, spinach is doing really well and the mint is growing really well. I'm really pleased. We've had to insulate those tanks just with house insulation because it does get hot out here. And also, look, the tomatoes are doing okay. They're fruiting. The scoria beds are doing as they should. Everything's working really well, but one of the issues is burning of the leaves. You can see the beans are growing into the roof as well, but some leaves are burning. We just need to pluck off a few of those tomato leaves, but look at the fruit of the tomatoes. Doing really, really well.
Well, let's have a look under these raft beds here and see what the roots... Yeah, look at the root growth. That is huge. So what we're going to have to do is pull all those roots off. Well, we sure have got a lot of roots out of there. Get a load of the roots that came straight out from underneath that tray. And also the roots in the bell siphon as well. Alright, so we can see that we've got a problem on this end grow bed with overflowing here. And no doubt about it, it's going to be the roots underneath again in the bed. Look at that. So they're just huge roots and they're just clogging the system and it's just overflowing. Totally the problem. Whoa. Righto. Right. Pack all that down. Yeah. Look at that. Show me how much you got there, James. Rip all that out. Holy moly. Yeah, that's the problem, mate. That's why she's overflowing. Yep, once again, another huge amount of roots underneath in the grow bed from the spinach. That's the problem with floating raft spinach, blocking all the beds and overflowing the sump tank.
And because vegetables growing in aquaponics get all the nutrients they require, they grow super fast. In the future, we'll only plant spinach in the gravel beds, and that'll avoid any excessive root growth and clogging up any pipes.
I've just cleaned out the bell siphons as well because there's so many roots in the bell siphon, and I'll just open it up here. I've cleaned it right out, but the roots were just all inside there. So what I've suggested is we just twist that occasionally, and that breaks off the roots. And we cleaned the roots out, but there's still too much water, so we need to slow this tap down a little. There's not as much going into the system. Now under here, I've actually got an overflow from the pump. So I'm going to just turn that as well. That'll keep more water in the sump tank, and it won't overflow as well, the top bit. It's important to have some sort of overflow like that. Holy moly, that's your problem. Pull that out. How long's that? Holy dooly. Yeah, that's the problem, mate. That's the problem. No wonder she's overflowing. This is like a metre long. That was just stuffed down the end pipe there. See, now we've cleaned it. Look how quick the water's going in there now. Yeah, now the water's just quickly getting sucked down. So it wasn't actually the pump underneath, it was that all along. Alright, so what I've had to do is jack this corner up using my kangaroo jack here. So I've just jacked that corner and I've packed it. Just with a couple of bits of timber. There's the offcuts here, so you can see the water's just been seeping down in that corner. That's just been sinking, and because of the sinking, the bricks, because of the water overflowing in that corner, it's just caused that corner to sink. So we just had to jack it up and fix that corner. This cable tying up all the cords that have fallen down, just out of the way to make it a bit safer.
I reckon it's been pretty easy just to do something like this. Yeah, you set up by yourself at home. Fresh veggies all the time anyway, fruits. Yeah, pretty good. I like it. Yeah, the sort of fish we got in here is the Jade Perch. They're sort of like black brims around here what we get, but they're the ones with the silver and with the black spots on them. You take notice, yeah, Jade. Most people call them spotted brim, but the real name for them is Jade Perch.
Alright, let's have a look at the shed. Down the switch, so if there's a problem, it'll automatically switch on. So we've got our solar charger there, controller, we've got solar on the roof, and we've got an air pump. So everything's running on the mains, but when the mains dies, it'll automatically will just kick in. Hey, I've made it back safe now to my home base from my trip out west, and I'd just really like to give a big shout out to the Northern Gulf Resource Management Group and their team, and also the Tagalaka Aboriginal Corporation. So great insight into this project, and really enjoyed working with you guys. And if you have enjoyed this video and like to see some other client work that I've been doing, and some of the other builds and some of the other things that I get up to, then I think you're going to enjoy these two videos right here next, and I'm sure it's going to help you on your aquaponics journey. Until then, happy aquaponics.